Hey guys, I am here to give you a stimulus check update. So I'm just going to wait for some people to join in before I get started on the live. So if you want anybody to get this update, hit the share button. You know what to do. Definitely give this a like right now while you're waiting because that helps to get the video out. And then we'll get started. I'm going to wait till I have like a couple more people in the room. Oh, hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a better day.
I got 18 hours of sleep.
Gabby got 18 hours of sleep. She's happy for sure. All right. Okay. So you may or may not have heard already, but the House has approved the stimulus package. It is officially signed off and approved. It's at the end of the road, with the exception of it getting signed off on by President Biden. So I'm hearing, I don't know for sure, but supposedly initially I heard that the minute the House signed off on the bill, it was going to go to President Biden immediately, and then he was going to sign off on it same day. But it's looking as though he is going to probably wait until either tomorrow or Thursday. Maybe he'll sign it tomorrow. But on Thursday, he's scheduled to give an address to the American people. So be prepared for that entertainment. I'm sure there will be plenty of gifts from that one. But, you know, that's obviously when he's going to announce that he signed off on it. He's the hero of the American people, yada, yada, yada. You know the drill of how that goes. So everything is exactly the same. They didn't make any changes. Obviously, if they would have made changes, it would have had to gone back for another vote in the Senate. So they didn't make any changes. And oh, he will sign Friday. There you go. So all that talk about him signing off right away, not happening. So what was I going to say? So everything stayed the same as far as when the Senate voted yes to it, passed it over to the House. You know, they took out the $15 minimum wage. They made some adjustments to unemployment. They obviously made adjustments to the amount of the check. I did a video on this prior, a couple days ago, with all those details, but I'll give a really quick kind of gist so that you guys know. So if you make $150 as a couple or half of that as an individual, you're going to be getting $1,400. Your child and adult dependents will also be getting $1,400. Okay, so some families could see up to, you know, $8,000, which is nice for them. I hope that they use it wisely. The unemployment was approved at an additional $300 on top of what you're already getting for unemployment in your state. And there is a $3,600, sorry, we're on a bumpy road, a $3,600 tax credit that you are going to be also receiving on your income tax. Okay, so what's important to know about that is if you've already done and filed your taxes for this year, you're going to have to file an amendment if you have children. I don't believe that if you don't have children, I don't think you need your taxes for 2020. You need to go and get an amendment filled out to receive that $3,600 tax credit. Okay, so make sure that you get that done so that you get your full tax credit. Going this late. Good Lord. Does anybody else drive with their children and fear for their life? I do. Anyway. Yes, which is why I was like freaking out that you pulled out into traffic because I could see.
She was like, book it.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, she's 20 years old almost, and I still, when she's looking over her shoulder, I'm looking over her shoulder. I'm checking every step, okay? Her driving is about as scary as Biden running the country.
Not even.
I'm just playing. Just kidding. Anyways, It's not her, it's other people that I fear. Anyways, I digress. So make sure you get your amendment filled out. If you're like, what amendment? Where do I get it? Go to the IRS website. You should be able to find an amendment there. If you did your taxes through Tax Act or TurboTax or H&R Block, you should be getting an email telling you that you need to amend your taxes, but I wouldn't depend on it. Okay. So make sure that you guys just keep that in the back of your mind, in the forefront of your mind, actually, and just get ahead of it. Okay. Um, what else? What else? What else? So $1,400 per person. Again, you cannot make over $150,000 per couple. Okay. And they did that because they really didn't want to like get checks out to, anybody and everybody like they did before. Now, what's important to know is 0 Republicans voted for this stimulus package. 0.
Wait, really?
Yes. Okay. Which, hey, if I was a Republican, I wouldn't have voted for it either.
You were a Republican.
I'm sorry, if I was a Republican in the vote, I wouldn't have voted for it either. Okay. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not trying to hate on people that really, really do need this assistance. So yeah, that's about it. Again, in my other video that I did a couple days ago, also labeled stimulus check update, you guys can go back to that. I break down all the amounts because there's lots of stuff in there, like money to reopen schools, billions and billions of dollars for COVID vaccines and COVID support. $0 is going to be going to frontline responders in this package. Okay. They've got all kinds of money going everywhere else, but not to those people. Remember those people, how important they were? The first responders, how important they were to Nancy Pelosi. Well, they didn't include anything in there for the first responders. However, there's money in there, obviously, for hospitals and businesses and whatnot. Speaking of that type of stuff, if you're a business owner, you own a daycare, you own a restaurant, any type of business that would benefit from any of the programs that they have in this bill for assistance, financial assistance with like payroll, inventory, things like that. I'm trying to think. I mentioned the website in the other video, but there's a website that you can go to apply for these assistance programs that are included in this stimulus package. Now, somebody that I mentioned this to said to me, "Oh, I'm not going to qualify for this loan. I don't have good credit." This has nothing to do with that. This just, Gabby, wait until this car passes because you really, Lord.
There was no cars. I saw through the car.
Okay. So make sure that you go do your research, Google on where you can apply for like the PPP loans, any type of other assistance loans that they have out there because listen, the money's there. The bill was passed. If people don't use it, that really need it. I'm not talking about these people that applied for these loans and tried to scam the whole system. But go and apply for this stuff. Try to get the money if you need it. If you can use it, if it can help your business, it's there for you. Use it. Otherwise, it's going to sit there. And guess who's going to use it? The government. Eventually, they're going to find a way to recoup the money and put it somewhere else. So please, if you know anybody, if you are that person, make sure you go apply for these. Sorry, guys. As you know, I'm in a bad area. Goes in and out if they can help you because the money's there. Other than that, I mentioned that Biden is going to be addressing the nation on Thursday or Friday, something like that. I'm seeing different reports of when that's going to happen on depending on what news channel you watch. Okay, so it could be Thursday, it could be Friday. I saw somebody in the comments say that he's actually signing off on this bill on Friday. But the timeline that they were going for to start to get checks out, which I know is what everybody's really interested in, they were trying to get these checks out by the start to get them out or processed by the 14th or the 15th. Okay. So what that means is if you got your check last time direct deposit or you did your taxes for 2020 and put your direct deposit information in there, you will be receiving the stimulus payment through direct deposit. Okay, that's going to be the first round of people. Now, I myself, last time I got a stimulus check, I think I got I got the first one. I didn't get the second one. Um, it came through direct deposit, but it took, I think, I want to say like a week. Okay, so just because you have direct deposit doesn't mean you're going to get it.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Right away. Some people, I remember the second stimulus check, the day that it got signed off on, the day that the IRS started to process the payments, some people got them that night at midnight. So it just kind of depends on your bank and how quickly the payment processes and in what order they're sending them out. The second round will be people with those cards. I think they're kind of like debit cards or EBT cards. If you have one of those, that's going to be the second round of people. Again, I don't know what the time frame is as far as date wise for that. But if anybody in the comment got their stimulus check last time that way, maybe you can mention it in here. And then last but not least will be the paper check people. Those people will wait the longest. There's no telling when you're going to get your check. They're saying it could be several months. I honestly do not expect this process to go as smooth as it went when President Trump was in charge. Not because President Biden is in charge, but because President Biden is not in charge. We all know he's not in charge. He's just the puppet on the strings. So yeah, I don't expect this process to go as smoothly as it did last time, but I just want to kind of keep you all informed. I saw a few comments come through here, so let me look really quick. You guys are all laughing at my driving chronicles. Yes, he will stutter to read the teleprompter. Spoken like a true mom. Biden doesn't even know the names of his staff. No, he does not. Hold on, Gabby. He doesn't even know that you can't see the roof while you're on the inside of the building. Hi there. Transition to Harris has already begun. Oh, geez, Louise. The guy won't be in office 6 months. He's an absolute goon. It was never meant to be president for very long. And the stimulus bill has nothing to do with COVID. It is a complete scam. By the way, okay, I don't have enough information to give you guys deets on this, but I heard through some sources, good sources, that President Trump is actually um, doing something, like he's getting a cease and desist letter written up so that they can't even mention his name anymore in relation to anything that they're doing, which I think is quite funny. Genius, actually. But if anybody here has heard that or has any more details, drop it in the comments. But I did hear that he's working on a cease and desist letter for them to stop using his name. Basically, get my name out your mouth, okay? Because we all know that you can't see a news headline out there without them mentioning Trump's name. Even the article that they did recently about President Biden's dog biting a Secret Service person. Um, in the very first line of the article I posted on my Instagram, they said something like, the first pet since President Trump's been in office. And it's like, what does President Trump have to even do with the damn dog? Speaking of which, if you guys want, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is how my mind works. Speaking of which, if you guys want pure comedy, okay, go to I think it's First USA Dogs on Instagram. So there you will find President Biden's page for his dogs and his cat. Okay, they have an Instagram page. Now, I'm not telling you to go there to waste your time. What I'm telling you to do is go there because the captions underneath the pictures are his immature, idiotic way of talking shit, basically. So he can't do so on the White House website, obviously. So he uses the dogs to talk in dog language. So he uses things like perfect instead of perfect and stupid shit. Okay, stupid shit. It's ridiculous. Go read it for yourself. Go read the captions. But he basically makes really shady, greasy comments underneath the guise of his dogs because he's not man enough to talk shit to somebody straight on forward. He's got to do it through his dogs. His cognitive. My question was yesterday, who is the person in the White House making a six-figure salary, I'm sure, okay, to keep this page updated with this bullshit, okay? Just know the American taxpayer is paying for this. They're paying for this site to be maintained. It's crazy. So, yeah, go check it out. He wants RNC to not use his likeness any longer and have campaign donations go to him, not to the, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. Thank you so much, Mark. Hi, I was wondering, have you heard about Social Security or disability? I thought I heard we were going to get $200 extra a month. Can you find out? So, if you were the same person that mentioned that to me in the comments of my last video, I think responded to you with a link that you could look at. And when I looked at that link, I didn't see any information about specific amounts. But to tell you the honest truth, I wouldn't doubt that they're putting something in there for SSDI or SSI, just because it's been in the, I think it's been in the other stimulus bills. So I'm pretty sure there is something included in this bill. I just don't know what the exact amount is. But if you're that same person that mentioned it in my last video, go into the comment section where your comment is, and I replied to you with a link. There might be more information there now. So, was that helpful for you guys? I really hope to not have to give any more stimulus check updates after this. I want the country to open completely. I mean, you guys heard my rant yesterday when I was talking about
it does.
when I was talking about this yesterday. I'm over it. I just want the country to open and these masks to go away. So I love that I see the same crew in here every day. Or not every day. Every time I go live, I always see the same people in here.
It's the commitment.
It's the commitment. It's the Let's Talk squad. If Tandon got in, SSI would be gone.
You should make merch.
I can tell you the second COVID shot sucks. Yeah, so my parents got the COVID shots. They got both now. And honestly, like, they know my feelings. I wasn't a big fan of it, but my parents are both cancer survivors. My mom has type 1 diabetes. And, my dad is, he's got some health issues. So they did it just out of precaution. Obviously, I respect everybody's right to choose. I'm not going to down on them for that, but I am scared. No, I'm not scared. I'm just like, I just hope that it's going to negatively impact them, which so far they've been okay, which is fine. I'm happy about that. So yeah, that's all I've got. Thank you to everybody who reached out in the comments yesterday and was like super supportive and like, don't give up. You guys, I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel on anything. I just was expressing, just trying to be real with you guys, just expressing my frustration so that you guys know that I go through the same thoughts that you guys go through, the same frustration that you guys go through, because hello, I live in this world too. I'm a taxpayer. I have to reap the consequences of all these crazy decisions that are being made. So I really appreciate everybody who was super sweet in the comments and was just trying to comfort me. I wasn't having a nervous breakdown or anything like that. I was just,
being her.
I was just being me. And when I turned on to live today, my daughter was like, oh God, she's like, are you going to go wild again? And I was like, no, I'm not going to go wild. I have no thyroid, adrenal disease, and diabetes type 2. I will never take any vax again. I think it's great that everybody has the right to choose what is right for them. I'm just against them forcing us to do stuff. So if you feel like the COVID shot is right for you, then by all means get the COVID shot. If you feel a mask is right for you, then by all means wear a mask for sure. P.S. Does anybody listen to Brandon Tatum's channel? Because last night, I don't know what's been going on, but like last night he was doing a live and he was talking about how people were making videos about him saying something about the Bible. I don't know what it was, but like when I tuned into the live, it actually like got cut in the middle of it and I didn't really hear what it was about, and people were kind of going crazy in the comments. So I don't know. Like, I love Brandon and I don't want people to attack him, and I just didn't know what it was about. So I didn't know if you guys knew what it was about, but if anybody can fill me in and let me know what happened. I didn't see that he saved the live. But then when I try to go search for his channel on YouTube, because even though I'm subscribed, I have to actually search for his channel. I saw all these videos being made about him, which was crazy. So like kind of attacking him, which I really don't like, because Brandon is such a good person. I've actually met him and his wife in person. They were kind enough to invite me to the Uncle Tom premiere. We went as their guest to the Uncle Tom premiere, and they were the most sweetest people in the world, the most giving people in the world. So I don't know how anybody can attack either one of them ever. But you know how cruel the world can be. What did that say? He doesn't believe in the divinity of Jesus? What? Huh. That's weird. Okay, well, I don't know what he was saying, but I'll try to like get caught up on it. Maybe reach out to them and just make sure he's good. But anyways, so that's all I've got. Did the stimulus update. If you missed it, it's in the beginning of the video. Check it out. Details of what's in the stimulus package are in the previous video that I made, so go check that out. And that's it. That's all I've got, I think. Trying to think if anything else crazy has happened. I think oh, really quick, going back to this dog. Yeah, lots of channels are talking about it, Mark. So, going back to President Biden's dog, there's something fishy, you guys. Okay, I'm not a conspiracy person, but this is the same dog that tripped him and he like broke his foot. Do y'all remember Major? And now Major has bitten a Secret Service person. Now, supposedly it wasn't that bad or whatever. And now he's been sent back to Delaware. And the worthless trash press secretary, Jen Psaki, gave a full update. Like she didn't have to circle back on that one. Um, she didn't have to circle back on that question. She had a full update on the status of the dog and whether the dog was ever going to return to the White House again. She said yes. But there's something interesting because as I was reading up on the stimulus update, they mentioned in there that Biden's name. Remember how Trump's name was on the checks, on the stimulus checks? Biden's name is not going to be on the stimulus checks. Do y'all think that's interesting? I don't know. I'll let y'all, stew on that because I've been stewing on it. There's just something interesting about the situation with the dog. With them mentioning that his name is not going to be on the check. You know, there's just all these things that kind of point to the whole illegitimate president scenario. And I don't know. I just think your birthday's on the 16th, so that would be amazing. This 16th, happy early birthday. Things are going to get super bad super quickly. Okay, does anybody follow Lin Wood? I know I might get hate in the comments for saying that I do follow Lin Wood. I follow Lin Wood on Telegram. And I posted something on my Instagram today that he put on his story on Parler, and it was very interesting what he said. Now, I know that Lin Wood says a lot of crazy stuff, but I listen because number one, the Trump administration never once distanced themselves from Lin Wood. Lin Wood gets attacked really, really hard from people, and he says a lot of stuff. And when you actually go back to everything he has said in the past, what has come true has all been very accurate. Now, there's a lot of stuff that he said that hasn't transpired yet, but I still pay attention to him. So I don't know if anybody else does, but I personally like Lin Wood. Did you hear Candace Owens is getting her own talk show? Yeah, so she is doing she's working in Tennessee with Ben Shapiro, and they have now given her her own talk show, like with a live audience and everything. I think it's going to be kind of like she was joking, saying she's the new Oprah, except she doesn't like Prince and Meghan. But I'm super excited about that. Super, super excited about that. And I will definitely be watching it. I love Candace. I think she's amazing. I think she needs to run for president one day when she's ready because she would be incredible. But yeah, I did hear that. So, and I hope that she gives a lot of voices on her show. Well, I know she will give a huge audience and I'm sorry, a huge voice to people like us, all of us here, that think the way that we think. And she's going to make her show about exposing the truth. And it's going to be amazing because nobody's going to be able to shut her up. You know what I mean? So I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a juicy show. I think that she is going to do everything that's been out there. She's gonna change the talk show game. I mean, as it is, talk show hosts in general are just pitiful these days, especially like the late night talk show hosts. But she's going to change the game as she always does. Candace is amazing. I mean, she does everything like top of the top, and I have no doubt she's going to even outdo our greatest expectations. Hey, we're picking up the kiddos. Heads would explode if she. Oh, I know. People wouldn't know what to do. A woman, a black woman. What would they? What would they do? What would they attack? Crazy. Anyways, guys. So yeah, more to come on that. Um, I'm actually going to get off this live because, as you know, a little bit further down the road, my service completely sucks and I will for sure lose you guys. So, thank you guys so much for joining this live. Um, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Maybe I'll make a video from my home studio instead of the car, but I'm kind of feeling the car vibe because it's just easier. I don't have to edit anything, I don't have to wait. It goes up right away. I get to interact with my loves on here. And that's my favorite thing. I love interacting with you guys. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to pay attention so I don't die. And you guys have a great day. I love you so much. Bye.